So in this video, I do want to have a look at a new platform called OurBit. We're going to be having a look at the whole crypto market and talking about it in just a second, kind of towards this end of this video. But in this video, I do want to talk about this new platform. This is literally a platform for Degens, which in my opinion will be a top 10 platform in this upcoming bull cycle. You could trade meme coins. You have a decentralized exchange region right here. Obviously, no KYC is needed, which is pretty fantastic. We're going to be having a look at that in just a second. But if you do want to increase your withdrawals and deposits, you will need to essentially, do the deposit essentially and do the KYC. Sorry. So I do have $500 right now just for testing it out. One app, trade everything, zero spot trading fees, and futures trading fees trade as low as 0.01%. So this is in fact lower than what MEXC offers, which is actually very, very interesting. So this can definitely be the next MEXC. We know MEXC, if we have a look right here on CoinGecko, CoinMarkup, whatever you guys want to look at, we could see that MEXC is, of course, a top exchange. Okay, so no, this is a decentralized exchange. Let's go to cryptocurrency exchange. You guys can see right here that MEXC is currently a top 12. Maybe top 10. Obviously, you do have a few ahead, but if we have a look like a Gemini, you guys can see $200 million. If we have a look at MEXC, $6 billion worth of volume. So, and pretty much that's about it. So look, you guys can see MEXC $7 billion worth of volume. The only big exchange that essentially passing that is Binance with over $23 billion worth of volume. So that's actually very, very interesting. Another thing that I do want to have a look at, and that's about it. So diving in right here into the app, you guys can see join official meme coin airdrop. You guys can see right here, they do have an airdrop section. Bitch airdrop, of course, the token. You got airdrop 1, airdrop 2, airdrop 3. Of course, you do need an invite code for that. So make sure you guys keep a lookout for that. Of course, you guys do have, your original and typical, cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Litecoin, etc. You also have a futures account. And if you guys also want to practice, you guys can actually look and have a demo trading account. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys don't know what futures is, and I could explain to you guys right now what exactly futures is. So this is the demo right here. You guys can see if you actually scroll down to the downside, you guys can see you could receive demo coins. You could receive up to 50,000. Let's just go do it and do all just for an example. Now, you guys can see that Bitcoin right now is currently sitting at $82,000. Bitcoin is obviously looking for a rebound, right? I mean, if we have a look right here on TradingView, we know that Bitcoin is sitting at a very, very low point, $82,000. The big question is, will Bitcoin fill this week and go back to, $78,000? Very, very important level region, right? So let's say right here, I'm assuming Bitcoin's going to go back up and I want to open this trade on a 10x leverage, okay? For those of you guys who don't know what 10x is pretty much you're multiplying your money by 10, right? So if you essentially have $50,000, or let's just make it easier, if you have $10,000 and you multiply that by 10, you will essentially have $100,000 to play with, right? So let's just do 10%. Actually, let's just do 50%. Let's open a $250,000 trade, which essentially is, $25,000, which is half. You guys can see right here, the margin is currently sitting at 25,000. Now you guys can see right here, I'm already up $132 minus 321. So this thing does move quick. And of course, the more leverage you're going to essentially be using, the more risky it's going to get. So obviously, the more dangerous it's going to get. So you guys can see I'm back at minus 68, nothing too crazy. If you guys are new to leverage, I would highly, highly suggest and recommend starting off with demo trading before anything else, because you guys can see how things fluctuate. You guys can see right here, I literally went from plus $30 to minus 300 to plus 2,000, plus 200, sorry, to minus 500, and now I'm up $1,600. Okay, so obviously, if you guys are in my Patreon, you guys know I do drop some trades. The link will be in the description below. You guys can see right here, I'm already up 2K, so 8%, and that is 10x leverage. 10x leverage, in my opinion, is very, very ideal. It's not so crazy, especially if you're looking at Bitcoin, right? Thinking about Bitcoin, I think 10x is very, very doable. So that's what's happening right here in this video. Things are looking pretty good, up $2,000 so far. Of course, guys, this is a demo account. This is just to give you guys an example. Now, you guys can see right here that my liquidation price is sitting at $74,000. Okay, now that's a little bit more than 10%. Well, depending on if this is an isolated position or not. This is actually an isolated position. Okay, so you guys can see if I actually take this and I bring it down 10%, that is $74,000. If this was a cross margin position, okay, you guys can see you have the opportunity between cross margin and isolated. This means that it would essentially take the other $25,000, right here, and then your money would essentially, instead of going 10%, it would essentially be a 20% drop in order for you to get liquidated, which would be $65,000, which is not ideal. I don't think Bitcoin's going to $65,000 unless it's a full-blown bull market. You guys can see right here, already up $3,600. Of course, this is just a demo account. I do want to clarify that in advance, but things are looking pretty darn great. Now, the good thing about this, guys, is you have a lot of meme coins on here. So if I actually go on the deck section, which is probably the most interesting and the most important one, you guys can see right here, you got all the freaking meme coins from Ethereum, BNB, and Solana in the last 24 hours. You even have Farcoin down 40%. Now, this is, of course, a very, very interesting, pretty easy to essentially transfer. All you have to do is transfer from spot to essentially OurBit DEX. You could choose, whichever crypto you want, whether it's Ethereum, Binance, or Solana. But before that, something that I did really miss, I know I'm gonna go back a little bit. Before that, we're gonna go ahead and go to centralized exchange. Obviously, we need to do the obvious, but this is something that if you are in crypto for at least 6 months and actively following and opening, new exchanges, you know that this is pretty easy. You're gonna go ahead and hit deposit right here, and then you're gonna go ahead and select your crypto you want to deposit. So you guys can see you have a bunch of crypto you essentially want to deposit. You got anything from USDT, Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, but in this case, in this scenario, we're talking about Ethereum, Solana, and BNB. So you could go ahead and deposit BNB if you want. You could go ahead and deposit Solana if you want, and you're gonna go ahead and click this to generate this address. Go ahead, confirm, and this will be your address. Of course, don't scan this QR code, obviously, because it's my QR code, but this will essentially be the address you will essentially be depositing your BNB on. And if I actually go on Solana, you would essentially deposit your Solana, and etc. So that's what's happening right here. You got a bunch of other rewards as well that you could essentially get. So obviously, benefit for new users, you could actually get a $30 voucher right here, and it's pretty simple. All you have to do is complete the real name authentication and bid your mobile phone number, KYC, make a single deposit or more of $100, achieve cumulative futures trading volume of $3,000. Okay, and you can get, of course, a $10 voucher, $30, another $30. There's a bunch of money that you could essentially get. You guys can see right here, if you do 1 million volume, you get $50. If you do 200, if you do 5 million, sorry, you get a $200 bonus. If you do a 50 million, you get 2,000. So that's $2,000 worth of free money. If you are a good trader, this is pretty simple to do. And of course, 200 million will give you 3,500, and $300 million would give you, $5,000. Now you might be thinking, oh wait, this is impossible, and it's not impossible because you don't essentially need $300 million. So if I actually go on futures, and this is just an example, guys, I don't want you guys to essentially, have crazy ideas and go ahead and do 100. By the way, let's go to my demo trade. It looks like Bitcoin is currently pumping right now. It looks like I did have a nice little rebound, like we pretty much said. I'm up $7,000 right here, as you guys can see, up 30%. So it looks like Bitcoin did have a 3% swing to the upside, which is obviously pretty fantastic. Obviously, I did call this trade on my Patreon, so if you guys are interested in joining my Patreon, the link will be in the description below. And pretty much that's about it. But assuming I would close this trade, right? So let me just go ahead and close this trade right here. Let me take the profit just to give you guys an understanding, because if you don't take profit, then you're fucking, sorry, excuse my French, but it's just you're up to no good if you don't take profit, right? So you guys can see, what were we talking about? We were talking about trading volume. Okay, so you guys can see right here, if I open a $56,000 trade with 10x, okay, a 56, that is almost $500,000. Okay, so if you're doing this every day, you're looking at a lot of money. Now if I do 100x, right, 100x right here, the max position that I could open with this trade right here on 100x leverage is $2.5 million. Okay, so assuming I take this short right here, just to give you guys an example, let me see, 100%. Let's see if I could close. Okay, I actually can take this short. Oh, open, sorry, because I closed. Let's see. All right, so let me just take this short just real quick, just to give you guys an example. You guys can see I opened a $23,000 trade because that's the max that I could essentially take. But look at the estimation liquidation, 85,117. So that is pretty freaking close. If I have a look right here on the 5-minute time frame, you guys can see that we're currently sitting at 84,000, right? So obviously, in order for me to get liquidated, it would be very tough. But you guys can see I'm already up $7,000 just by playing this right here. And of course, this could go up, you know, very, very fast. It could go low very, very fast. So I would highly, highly suggest. But you guys can see right here, my total value position is $2.3 million. And I was able to open a $2.3 million with $23,000. Do I recommend this? No, definitely not. So obviously this is just for educational purposes only. The crypto market is looking down. This is probably the best time for you to essentially engage in crypto, buy some crypto, and essentially start to you know, slowly get in and dollar cost average, because I don't think you're going to get another opportunity like this. A lot of these cryptos are down 40%. If you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow.